Hey guys, just finished watching Gifted Season 1, Episode 11, 3x1, 3 times 1. This episode was really fun. I mean, it was an interesting idea having the way we're doing this. We're coming back just after the Christmas break type thing, which wasn't really that long, which was nice. And then now we got to wait another week, another 2 weeks for the next episode, which is going to be January 15th, so we got to wait 14 days type of thing. So that's going to be a bit annoying, but it is going to be a 2-hour parter, so that's going to be really cool to see that. I'm getting into this episode there. I got some notes and stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that different happened. We got at the beginning, we saw the blinks pass and a little bit of things with that. That was kind of cool seeing that. Seeing where that went there. It didn't go anywhere that her pass, so maybe it'll bring it back up in the in the 2-part finale there, in the 2-hour finale, but it just doesn't seem like they will, because they don't show anything about it in the trailer. And why would they set it up in this episode and not set it up in next week's episode or next episodes to have it set up in the final type thing? It just didn't seem a bit weird for that. So it is going to be interesting to see where things go with all this, and if anything happens with that, if you ever get to see anything about that history of Blink and that past, that flashback that we got with hers, because it was an interesting idea the way that we saw it, and introducing a new gang and new people type of thing. But it really is going to be fun to see where things go with all that and see how things kind of continue on there. And then we got the introduction of Hellfire Club in there, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. Now the Hellfire Club was really going to be cool. Like I know them; they've been around in the comics since a long time, since like the 70s and stuff. They were in the movie. What was it? Days of Future Past, not Days of Future Past, but the First Class and stuff. So it's really going to be cool to see where that goes and how that continues all in and connects in with all their X-Men. It looks like there's a lot of X-Men reference going to be in the next, for the trailers for the next 2 episodes, the final and stuff. That's really going to be fun to see all of that, and really going to be interesting to see where things kind of go with everything and stuff. So it really was interesting with the whole 2 funerals at the beginning of the episode. We had 2 funerals going on. We had the one with that Sentinel Service agent who had SMA had him shoot himself. And we had Dreamer's funeral at the same time and stuff. There really was going to be cool seeing that. It was like cool seeing the contrast between the 2 of those. Although I would have liked to have seen some sort of, I don't know what they were putting all the flowers on. Was it just some random thing somewhere that she liked to go out with? Or, I don't know, it would have been cool to see something, maybe something that she liked, some sort of trinket or item that she kind of, liked a lot, or a photo of the 2 of them, or something that to be more personal, I think would have been cool to do. It would have just had more of an impact on there, even if it just was a picture of her, or if someone who knew how to draw could draw her, or someone who was some of the mutants, which there are a ton of mutants there. We don't know all their powers. If one of them had drawing powers or photo powers or whatever, just would have been cool to see something there, or even some sort of necklace that that she gave, what's his face, Thunderbird. What's his name? Thunderbird. Drawn Proud Star. So it's really been cool. It would have been cool to see something like that. It's really going to be cool to see that. Just to make it a little bit more impactful and stuff. But otherwise, it was okay. It was good the way it is. And another part that was interesting was finding out that Etzma, all 3 of them, they're all connected and stuff, because they're all talking in one by one. And the way they did that with all 3 of them in this episode was very well done. I mean, I don't know if it actually happens to be three actresses, and then wow, and then the casting call, they found 3 triplets, and wow, they hit the nail on the head. But I doubt that they did. That doesn't make sense. So just having the way they did it with all 3 actresses and how they would talk and stuff, and or do it with the one actress and having her filmed multiple times and all that stuff, that was really cool the way they did that. And it really was interesting the way they filmed it. And it was kind of, would have been interesting to see something like that behind the scenes, how they do all that and how long, because they have to retake the shot every single time. So they need 3 perfect takes every single time. They do that, so I think that was really cool. Although there was a lot of times where they would just have her in the full thing. So maybe we need to go back and rewatch the episode, because there were a lot of times where it was just her in there. So if you have everyone there, then all you need is the one actress to sit there and say each of her lines. But if you have everyone else in, then you have to do it. I don't know. It was kind of interesting the way they did it, and how to redo it, they would have to film multiple times and then just stitch them all together type of thing. So that was sort of kind of cool the way they did that. And we got lots of shots like that. We didn't just get 1 or 2 at the beginning and 1 or 2 at the end. No, we got like multiple times with all 3, multiple times with all 3 throughout the whole episode and stuff. That was really cool seeing that. Really cool way in editing and stuff was really interesting with that too. And then the other part was cool, seeing the Struckers trying to leave, and then they try and leave, and then they go to this place and they find West and stuff. They find West wherever he's hanging out and stuff. That was really cool seeing that. That's really good. Be cool to see him come back and how he maybe can help with everything what's going on and stuff. Maybe he can help do some stuff now that he's back and all that. It's really gonna be interesting to see, because I think his powers could be interesting to play with and stuff, especially if you mix just like a Strucker, just like that Trask has been doing, merging powers, which we're gonna get into that a little bit. And merging her West's powers with someone who can control minds and stuff like that. With Etzma, that could be a cool way to see different things and how things are gonna go around with stuff. So it really was really cool with that. So it's going to be fun to see how much West is going to be in the next 2 episodes we have left. And then it really was cool seeing Etzma talking to Andy and that thing. And then later on, he's the one who kind of brings them all out, and she uses Andy again to help everyone escape from Trask and stuff like that, from Sentinel services and all that. It's really going to be cool. It was cool seeing that and the way everything went down. With that, I thought there was going to be something that she was planting in Andy. Maybe she was rifling through his head, type of thing, trying to figure out what's going on. Maybe she was, maybe she's doing something to him. Maybe she's just trying to put him on the wrong path, like she did with his parents a few episodes ago. So that was really cool seeing that, but it just never came with anything other than kind of say, hey, telling you, come on, follow me, and type of thing, helping them escape at the end. And then Etzma, one of the coolest parts of the whole episode for me was Etzma talking to Polaris about Magneto, about her real father. Didn't use the word Magneto or Eric or anything like that, but it was really cool seeing that, and it's really going to be cool based on the trailer for the next episode. We're going to get to see, looks like we're going to get to see, I don't really see, not really going to see it, but we're going to get mention of and a lot of talk about Magneto, and that's going to be really cool to see that. And it really was cool seeing Polaris with the new powers because of the baby type of thing, or that's what they're saying, it's because of the baby or whatever. And then she kind of was launched back by the Trask guys, who were 2 mutants who were combining their powers. Another thing to get into. And then she was kind of almost like she slowed down before she landed, and then Thunderbird caught her. They made sure to make you notice, as the audience, notice that, but none of the characters noticed it. I don't even know if Polaris noticed it herself, type thing. So I think that was really cool with that. It's really going to be fun to see that, and I really can't wait to see her. Maybe her powers grow at the end of this one more episode left, and with everything. So where are they at, and they have the things they want to destroy, they want to stop. It's really going to be fun to see where things go with all that. I mean, you have Trask now. Trask is now was able to get William Trask. Dr. Roderick Campbell type thing. He was able to convince Jace Turner to kind of bring in the more mutants and stuff, and use mutants against mutants, use fight fire with fire type of thing, and they're setting this all up to go bring this to Congress and stuff, or bring it to the Pentagon and be able to see to where things are going to go when they bring it to Washington. I think that's really going to be cool to see that. But we only have 2 more episodes, so how are they going to go and get another? Which is why I really hope that they got a second season, because it seems like they're setting up to end on a cliffhanger, because there's not a lot of time in 2 hours to really have them, implement this whole new thing with Trask merging powers and bring that into the Sentinel services, and then having everyone defeat that all in 2 hours, 2 episodes. I mean, I don't know. It's just really going to be interesting to see where things go with all this. I think I can't wait to see how things change on here. And hopefully we get to see a little bit more where things are going to go. So that was really cool, seeing the different, the teasing, seeing Trask Industries kind of merging powers with mutant stuff. That was kind of fun with all that. Really going to be cool to see where things go around there with that. And then the last part, it was just Etzma, the big reveal at the end, which didn't seem like a big moment at the end of this episode. There wasn't that. The big moment for me like that was the Magneto mention type thing, or hinting at Magneto to Polaris type thing. That was really cool. But Etsuma told the Sentinel Service about, set the Sentinel Service up onto the this mutant hideout type thing, and she's using every means necessary to get into the underground team and stuff, the mutant resistance and stuff. So it's really going to be cool to see where things go with all this. Who knows what's going to happen? How they're starting to set up Hellfire maybe to be the villain of next season type thing, or a third villain type thing, because I really think it could be fun to see that you have for next season if we get a season 2, which I'm not sure if there is anything. Maybe I'll look it up as I'm editing the video if it has been confirmed or not for season 2, but we'll have to wait and see. But if they set it up for season 2, we're having the Hellfire Club, the Mutant Resistance, and the Sentinel Services, that could be a really cool thing to fight that. And you have the Sentinel Services who would be fighting the the Hellfire Club and these and the type thing, or the Hellfire Club. And I think it could be a three-way triangle of different fractions of people and stuff. And sometimes sometimes they actually have to team up, because the Hellfire Club and the Mutant Resistance are going to want to team up to fight Sentinel Services, or at this point, and then they got to go truce just to fight. And then I think it's really going to be cool to see that different way. But who knows if the Trask Industries or Sentinel Services, do they know about Hellfire Club? Hellfire Club, it sounds like they've been around for a long time, if I'm not mistaken. So who knows what it's going to be like, and how do they know about it type thing, and how that's going to go. I feel like maybe like Dr. Roderick Campbell, he might have an idea a little bit about the history about it, but I don't know if Jace Turner knows about Hellfire Clubs and stuff like that. So that's really going to be cool to see where all this goes. I definitely can't wait to see what happens in next week's episode. It looks like there's a lot of mentions of Polaris' father, Magneto. Looks like there's a lot of mentions again of X-Men in the trailer. So that's really going to be cool to see that, and hopefully we get to see at one point maybe an X-Men, maybe not in the next episode, but hopefully they set it up for next season, maybe getting an X-Men member. If I'm not mistaken, if this is still in the X-Men and Hugh Jackman X-Men movie timeline and still connected in that universe, and if I'm not mistaken, Stephen Moyer, who plays Reed Strucker, is married to Anna Paquin, who played Rogue, so that could be a cool way to connect it in if this is the same thing. But we'll have to wait and see. Who knows if it is still. There's nothing really confirming whether or not it is or not, so who knows what's going to happen with all this. Definitely going to be fun to see where things go. I can't wait to see the 2-hour season final, and hopefully we get a season 2. Let's see here, IMDb doesn't say anything about seasons. No, doesn't say anything here about on IMDb about how many seasons, if there's a season 2 yet. So who knows what this means. We'll have to wait and see if it does get renewed. Hopefully, if it doesn't, hopefully they end it on a positive note and not a cliffhanger, and then leave it open. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below about Gifted, Season 1, Episode 11. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.